Hello, friends. Welcome to your Motivational Gen Z and Millennial Expert podcast. I am your host. My name is Dr. Jason Wiggins, and it is great to be here today. Thank you, everybody, for staying tuned in, and I look forward to a great show today. This podcast is for Gen Zs and Millennials and those that are looking for a better way in life to reach your goals, be successful, and reach out to other people to provide help to them. So let's go ahead and get our heads right and get started. Today's episode is about perception is reality, the steps for how others see you. The key thing about this is, how is the perception of what others see you important? Well, we're going to talk about steps that others can help provide you with the best baseline to be the best you that you can be. Now, let's look at it in a different perspective. Are you sick and tired of not being relevant? Always in the background? Not being able to do and see the success that everybody else is because you're taking a back seat? How do you do and move forward with this? How do you shift your perception? Shifting your perception and providing a clear path to having a positive perception is the key to identifying how you are noted as being a person of relevance. So imagine somebody sees you and they think, that person never seems to amount to anything. And that's the last thing that we want to feel as people within our community, parents, career, and those important aspects of our life. So let's start taking steps to provide a good baseline of providing a platform for success. Let's talk about some of the examples of what people may think about us. A lot of this is relevant to not only our personal life, but our career. Some examples could be that person has no backbone. They don't stand up for what they believe. Another one could be they don't speak up, or they're shy. They don't seem to have a voice. They have a bad attitude, or they don't really add value to their position at work or in the community. We have to shift that perception. As we noted at the beginning of today's discussion, perception is a reality. And these are the following steps that will help you get to where you want to be. And remember, it is all about continuing to work on yourself. Try to find a platform that provides a win-win type of attitude for you. And think about this. I like to kind of think about, relevancy and how I struggled growing up, trying to find a platform that worked for me. There were so many earlier years, my 20s, 30s, I didn't know where my place was within society. I didn't understand what should be doing moving forward. I just knew that I was positive. I really wanted to succeed, but I didn't have a roadmap. And that is where I started looking at things that were important to me, people that are important to me. And then I found something that I was passionate about. I was passionate about management, leadership. And those are the paradigms from Stephen Covey that really demonstrated my desire to move forward. And so now, as individuals, we have to figure out what is the best way that we can continue to improve, how we can continue to promote ourselves and really desire the type of work ethic that we need to be successful. So number one, about the steps for how others see you, observe how your behavior affects others. Start being honest with yourself. And that's where I had to realize what were my shortcomings, what were my strong suits, and where could I make a positive impact to continuing to improve. And that behavior, look at that behavior that affects those around you. That is where you have to be honest with yourself. Number 2, when it comes to the steps for how others see you, ask for feedback. Remember, the feedback that you may get may be hard to hear, and it will also take a significant amount of courage that you may need to be able to ask those tough questions. But that positive feedback is going to really demonstrate your shortcomings, your strengths, and really help you become an all-around better individual, coworker, leader. Number 3, make behavioral changes immediately. So once you get that feedback, once you observe the behaviors and how they affect others, start taking those changes and look at how you can make those changes immediately. Try to make small steps, just to make improvement. Small steps of improvement will get you to those small wins. Number 4, once you've started making those changes, show your visibility, up your visibility. Start volunteering on unusual projects or volunteer community work, and try to pick those tough jobs, those tough projects that nobody else wants, because then it shows you have the courage and you're willing to try to do something where everybody's eye is on you. You just upped your visibility of how people will perceive you. So maybe they had negative perceptions of you before, about maybe they don't add value to their work. Maybe they have a bad attitude. Well, if people see you in your work because you're doing a difficult project they may or may not want to do, this will up your visibility. Number 5, seek cross-functional opportunities. Identify opportunities where you may work with other people you're not familiar with, or you may find people you've never worked with or you don't know, and then they get a perception of you that may be different than what others used to have a perception of you. Number 6, my absolute favorite, promote yourself. People want to talk positively about you if you give them the opportunity. It's about sharing your willingness to demonstrate that you can promote yourself, that you are a winner, that you transcend all of those positive aspects that maybe people didn't understand or see, or maybe it's those subtle changes you have done in the past. Let people talk positively about you. Let them understand that you have the desire to succeed. Number 7, identify advocates. Have friends, bosses, clients, vendors. Have them say good things about you and have your back. If you get more individuals looking after you, demonstrating your success, and really helping you with a good word, then that's just another positive perception of you. And finally, one of my favorites, number 8, promote your personal brand. There is nobody that could promote a better brand than you. Why? Because you know yourself, you know your limitations, you know your strengths, you know where you have opportunities to continue to improve. And that right there is the most important aspect, is continual improvement. So promote your personal brand, show why you can make such an impact. And here's 4 big concerns you should never let happen to you as well. We talked about how to improve the perception of others on you. Now, don't let these certain things take you away from what's important. Don't let your feelings be your guide. Always try to be an active listener If you're an inactive listener, it shows you don't care about what the other person's saying. You only care about what's in it for you. The other one is make sure you don't shy away from self-development. Self-development is the key to your success and those around you. And here's a big do. Schedule check-ins with your accountability partner, somebody that you trust. Maybe it's a mentor, just to demonstrate some of the improvements you made, how you made significant impact on demonstrating that you can be a positive, a vital, an added value, good attitude type of not only friend, companion, employee, leader. These are what's going to help impact your future, your continual promotional opportunities. Maybe you're a business leader or you own your own business. People will see you in a different light if you're able to demonstrate those 8 key steps for you to see how people evaluate you. And then at the same time, continuing to promote yourself. So as Gen Z and millennials, you've kind of always had the target against your back since you've been in the workforce, or you've had difficult times that you've had to overcome. I mean, talk about COVID, talk about all the work challenges of finding work, the continual technological revolution, having to deal with negative social media impacts. All of these negative type of perceptions can have a lasting effect on you as a companion, friend, leader, employee, volunteer, whatever it may be. Those are points that you have to realize that in this world we live in, our outlook of ourselves not only matters to us, but it matters to social media. It matters to all the type of spreading of where we are and what we do. It's all out there. That is why they have negative reputation type of softwares to improve your reputation, to improve your online references, whatever it may be. So keep in mind that moving forward, you want people to have a positive perception of you. So if you're sick and tired of not being relevant, as we talked about at the beginning of the episode today, and you feel like you're always taking the back seat to coworkers, to friends, to spouse, whatever it may be, this is your time to shine. Time to start taking steps that will provide you a meaningful impact within your work, your social, your personal lives. So I want to thank everybody today for the opportunity to talk about and discuss how perception is reality and how these steps can help you and all the people around you have a better perception of you, which will lead you into promotional opportunities and just feeling like you are more relevant and you can promote yourself and be more successful. So I want to thank everybody. Please continue to like, share, hit the notification bell if you're listening on YouTube or watching on YouTube or listening on any of the favorite podcast platforms. We appreciate you. Thank you. Take care. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.